Chapter 194. The second and the new third. Most of the hotels in the film and television city were used to entertain tourists. The privacy of the hotel where the crew stayed was relatively good. There were also 2 floors dedicated to dining. The director, producer, investors, and a few important producers and actors filled a private room. Everyone introduced themselves and exchanged a few pleasantries. Jia Yishan also met an acquaintance. She didn't expect Ryu to be there, so the 2 of them naturally sat together. Director Hombo was quite famous, and his works had won many awards. Sitting on the left side of the director was the male lead. In the entire movie, only the male lead entered the country the most. After all, there was only one emperor in the palace. The male lead was Qiming Cheng, an A-list celebrity in Huanya Entertainment. Jia Yishan knew him, but he didn't know Jia Yishan. On the right side of the director was Mr. Fang's father, Mr. Zhu. Next up was the unexpected female lead, Yi Yi. She smiled brightly. Further down was Ryu, the second female lead for 10,000 years, and Jia Yishan, the newly promoted third female lead. Everyone present knew that Yi Yi and Jia Yishan had a small conflict over a necklace from Sei. Later on, Jia Yishan even took on an advertisement for his spokesperson. Director Hombo was very considerate. He called out to everyone, "Come, come, come. Our female leads this time are all beauties. Let's toast to them. Thank you, President Zhu, for coming." Director Zhu was nearly 40 years old and didn't have a good reputation. He was a new upstart in the real estate industry in recent years and somehow got to know Yi Yi. Without a second word, he invested 50 million into this drama and became the biggest investor in harem. CEO Zhu looked up at the female artists and nodded in praise. His gaze only lingered on Jia Yishan's face for 2 seconds. Yi Yi poured wine for him the entire time. Jia Yishan felt a little uncomfortable after drinking 2 glasses of wine, so she found an excuse to go to the bathroom. As soon as she left, Ryu found an excuse to catch up with Jia Yishan and held her arm. Finally out, the entire private room is filled with smoke. The smell of alcohol and tobacco mixed together is so disgusting that I want to vomit. Ryu's hand even fanned in front of her nose. "Why are you in this production team? You still say, I didn't know that you were also coming to this production team. If one had known earlier, I would have invited you along. I originally wanted to be the female lead, but I didn't get the role, so my manager tried to get me to be the second female lead. Who knew that Yi Yi would be the female lead? She's not even as good as me. Now, in playing the second female lead again, I can't get rid of the title of the second female lead for 10,000 years." Jia Yishan burst out laughing. "You're still owing." Shaishan held back her laughter. "I won't laugh anymore. To be honest, I really don't like Yi Yi. The necklace incident last time was clearly her way of messing with you." Jia Yishan was surprised. After 3 days of separation, how could they treat each other? "How did Yao know?" Ryu said honestly. "My agent said so." "My agent's words can't be wrong. After he exposed you, one thought back to the whole thing and felt even more strongly that Yi Yi was trying to frame you. Just look at Yi Yi in the private room. She wasn't acting. She was clearly here as an escort. One even saw that director Zhu touch Yi Yi's hand and pinch her waist. My hair stood on end and I fell to the side. Luckily, you came out, so one followed you out to get some fresh air. I wonder if Yi Yi would directly sit on CEO Zhu's lap without us around, ruining public morals."